Hi everyone, this is Ellie Mae with Silhouette Secrets Plus, and today I'm doing a quick video on showing the Smart Cut technology for the Kraft cut action and the rotary action. Both of them work on the same technique. So we have these loops and we have hooks. When you turn on your Kraft cut action, under the Tool 2 or the Carriage 2 housing for a Cameo 4, and if you're using the 2mm Kraft blade in the older model machines, you will see these hooks and these loops that appear on your design. If we go back to the Design tab, you can see that they do not appear on the Design tab. They will only show up when you click on the Send tab to go to your cut. What these are is the blade for a Kraft blade or the rotary blade. The blade has to lift and then touch down or make a loop in order to go in the next direction. The Kraft cut blade is a broader tipped blade and it has to turn in some way. That is how it turns. It cannot turn sharp corners like a regular blade. It has to have a way that it can turn and pick up. Think of it just like if you're cutting with an X-Acto knife. You cannot make a cut in one continuous cut without either lifting your X-Acto knife up or turning your material. Since you cannot turn the material in the Silhouette machine, the blade itself has to turn in some way. That is what these hooks and loops are. So what I want to show in this video specifically is that depending on where your design is placed on your cutting mat, those hooks and those loops can change. So you're going to see that those change in relation to where it is on your cutting mat. If you move it over, you have different hooks and loops depending on where that design is on the cutting mat. So you want to keep that in mind when you are placing your materials or when you are working with this Kraft cut or the rotary cut. These hooks and loops do cut in your material. You have to keep that in mind when you're working with the material and these blades. Now the other thing I want to show you is if I go back here to my Design tab and I duplicate this design, I do not recommend cutting more than one design at a time when you have these specialty blades in your machine, but I'm using this as an example in that not only is it dependent on where your design is on the cutting mat, in relation to other designs that you place on your cutting mat, your hooks and your loops are going to adjust as well. So you're going to see that the hooks and loops change depending on what you have placed on your design mat, how many designs, where the designs are in relation to each other, and where they are in relation on the mat. Now, I don't recommend cutting more than one item, especially if you're doing a thick material like chipboard. I would recommend just one design. If you get too many designs on a page with the Kraft cut or the rotary cut action, you can see your software crash. This is just one of the tips for using the Kraft cut blade or if you're using the rotary blade. I have more tips on my blog post with the Kraft blade. If you search Kraft blade at Silhouette-Secrets.com, check out all those tips in that blog post. Thank you and have a great day.